Good evening. This is a meeting of the Cemetery Commission. It is July the 1st, 2019, and it is now 7:20. We were waiting for our third member, Betsy Youngsma, but we're going to proceed.
Well, we have a quorum, we have more than half.
Right. We'll approve the
Did you read them over?
minutes of the previous meeting.
Did you read them over, Shirley?
Yeah.
Everything look okay to you?
To me, it is.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of
June 20th.
June 20th, 2019.
So moved. At the last meeting, there were several issues that came up to be discussed by people that do work in our cemeteries, and one of them is Full Circle. And Mr. Bristow takes care of all three of our cemeteries in regards to anything that needs to be tended to, treated, trimmed, transplanted, planted, fertilized, etc., etc. So I've asked Mr. Bristow to come this evening, and we could go over some of the things that were of concern. Dwight, you want to come up and sit, please?
Sure.
I know that when I talked to you, we had talked about priorities, and I think one was the priority of the Pine Grove Cemetery with the poison ivy close to that residence. And we did agree last meeting that we would like you to proceed with that.
Does that resident know about it?
Did you have any other growth? Sorry, what did you say?
Does that resident know we're gonna be doing that, or, cause she's got like a garden and stuff in there. I got kinda scared last time I went over.
I know.
And this other ivy too, is like Boston ivy,
Oh, really?
which is nice, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, yeah, I can go over there, but I
All
guess
right.
we'll have to go talk to
Well, I
her.
think poison ivy is the issue that they had with it was a health issue. So, you know,
Yeah, everyone's got that.
so I think, yeah, right.
Now, is this at Pine Grove we're talking? right now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
It's the far, when you go in the cemetery, it's way over next to Cook Street. Because the house is probably 3 feet from the cemetery.
there's a
Mhm.
big wall there.
Close. It's
Slate
close,
wall.
yeah. And then the other issue was the stump grinding, and I'm not sure, the way you explained it to me is that it would be beneficial to remove those stumps by that wall in the Douglas Center Cemetery so that the mowing could take place. You'd have an easier access to that area. So, Jean, if you're confused or if you
Well,
want.
I understand what they do. I mean, I've seen places where it's been done, basically you just grind it down till it's ground level.
Yeah, well, the problem is probably like 4 or 5 foot wide pathway along that wall. There's stones over here, so the mower can't get in there.
Mhm.
So it's just constantly a jungle. The jungle comes up, it cut it down, the jungle
Mhm.
comes up, it
Yeah.
cut it down. So if he could get in there and mow, it would
Keep it
turn the
down.
grass and,
Yeah. Now, do you grind it like even with ground level?
no, it's
or
usually
just
below.
about how far below do you?
We usually shoot for 4 to 6 inches,
Okay.
depending on what's gonna happen afterwards. I don't leave an open hole, we put the chips back in the
Right.
hole. But he'll be able to mow over, we won't leave a big mound, so we have to leave
Right.
some below.
And then the other one that was of interest to me, but I had a question, was the transferring of.
Transplanting the
of
Rose of
those-
Sharon?
Yeah, now, the question is it a good time of year to do it?
I believe so. I mean,
Because it's a fall blooming one, isn't it? It blooms in,
Yeah.
in.
yeah, we could wait till after they flower if you wanted to, but as long as they get watered after they're planted, I
Yeah.
usually send one of my guys over there with, when we have new trees. to,
Right,
you know,
he's got a
water.
long hose,
Yeah, I left the hose there with
yeah.
the water all the new stuff. You know, fortunately, Mother Nature's been doing it for us this
All right, so we'll leave that to your
But you ready to do
discretion
that?
as to yes or no.
Let me just read my notes here. I think, if I remember correctly, one of the concerns we had was not knowing when they might take that house down, right? And we wanted to make sure it was done before that happened.
Yeah.
Before they come in with a backhoe,
So I would say,
the sooner the better.
if we know we want to do it, why don't we
Yeah,
get it done?
Yeah, it'll be part of that. Well, that's the other thing, where we're gonna put them. We've talked about
Yeah.
like making that hedge. We kinda started a hedge to block that house. That was before we bought it. But it
Now if
kinda
they
keeps
tear it
your
down-
eyes, it keeps your gaze in the cemetery instead of, you know,
Yeah.
that house.
Do you think we should, before we have them just go ahead and plant, we should meet there and decide what
Yeah, you could look
the
at
best
it.
place to put them?
We could kind of, maybe bring those pines and the rose hedge together,
yeah,
you know? There's this big gap there, so,
that's true.
so your eye comes in, it would come right around.
Yeah, you don't want to look. There's
Hmm.
also, down by that house, there are some nice hostas. Now, I just want to save things. you
Well,
know?
it's good, but that's like salad for deer.
And you can't really kill hostas, you know.
No, you're right.
They're just so
It's a great
resilient.
plant, yeah.
Yeah, and,
So what would be a good day or time to meet? I mean, you probably have the busiest schedule.
I would say
Cheryl.
after the, well, I think it would be up to you, Dewey, when you've got time to do it.
Oh, you want me to go
look and
too?
see.
Well, it'd be probably easier if you could, because then there would be no
Yeah.
misinterpretation of,
Okay. I
in our
see.
description of where we wanted them to go. So
I know
think
I
it would
wanted
be-
them all to be together, because I wanted a big,
It would be good. Do you know what colors they
Blast.
are?
you know,
Right. Do you know, are they all the same color or?
I think they are. Yeah,
So is there a time better for you than,
You know, afternoon, I guess. Later afternoon, after 3 or something.
yeah,
what day?
depends on if Dewey's up a tree.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on, but we're usually done by 3 because
Yeah.
Nick's gotta pick up his kid, so.
Yeah,
You wanna do it next week sometime? Because we
Sure.
have the 4th this week, it's kind of.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Probably
this
gonna
week
be
is a holiday.
a busy
Yeah,
week.
right,
Let's see,
Monday,
getting my calendar out here.
we want to crowd up Monday.
Okay, so Monday, I'm not gonna be around.
Okay,
So Monday, Tuesday, anytime, and if,
Isn't that your day off Tuesday? Let's do it that day.
yeah.
I thought Wednesday was your day off.
Yeah,
I
I'm always
know.
confused too. I think she changes it just to
No, I
mix you up.
don't, no, I don't. Whatever day you want, go ahead.
Tuesday works for me, if you wanna do it.
I
Yeah,
have-
I got
I
Tuesday,
work
3
half the
o'clock.
day anyway.
Tuesday, 3:00?
Yeah,
The best half?
yeah.
So,
Because the weather is so nice today. Ugh.
so it's just around 3:00 or a little thereafter?
Yeah,
Okay,
If I'm running late, I'll call Shirley and let her know.
That's July 9th.
But usually we're, yeah.
Louis, could you tell me in any of your recommendations here for doing tree work, did you recommend that we take any trees down?
I don't think, I know you want that old sugar maple, but I'm not done.
I know
with
you
it.
don't take it down.
It's gonna be
No,
hard
no,
to
no,
take.
I want to know what you,
I just saw that one, there's a dead tree in the rose
oh, in the
hedge.
rose
It
hedge.
fell down into it.
Okay,
But,
but you haven't suggested or, and given us a price to take a tree down, have you?
no,
No, I didn't think you had.
no, it's just pruned. That oak on the hill, that thing needs to be pruned. The limbs all come way, oh, we could look at it when
All
we're
right,
there if
yeah,
it's on
yeah.
Tuesday.
You're right.
But it's just, yeah, it needs to be raised up. You
Yeah.
know, it's, you can't walk under it, or, and you can't mow under it, and the pickers and all that stuff's
Yeah,
starting to grow
no,
in
yeah,
there.
that's
So,
right. We don't need that.
you know, keep the mower going.
All right.
Most of the pruning is raising up limbs so you
Yeah,
can see.
yeah. But no, my concern was taking a tree down.
Which one do you want to take down?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not interested. I wondered if you had recommended.
I hate that.
No,
tree.
between the two of us, we don't like to do that.
That must be
I'm
happening.
a little more hacky at it than you are, I think. But you're a savior. He wants to.
It's a challenge.
And that's right. And you do save them most of the time.
Yep.
All right. Is there anything else before we can let Dewey go
No, I
home?
think those were the only things.
You hear my stomach growling?
I know, well, I know. You gotta go home and eat. Right.
About the stumps, transferring the bush. Yeah, I think the bush is.
There's 4 big ones here.
I think those were the only things that we wanted to talk to him about. Only things I had written down anyway.
And
Well,
we've got
I
a
have
date
been
to
looking, I look at cemeteries where I drive all around different towns and stuff, and a lot of them have those tombs, and none of them have grass growing on them. Because there's probably only this much dirt and it just cooks.
Yeah.
There is poison ivy growing on the one on the West Street. But there's a bunch of trees around it.
Really?
There's that Boston ivy mixed in with the poison
That's
ivy.
not our department.
Well, I know, I'm just saying,
Just that
I've
it's
been
right.
looking at it since
Yeah.
it's been an issue. And,
It's been issue with us.
I think you should just pave it with stones. I think it would fit the, the year of the cemetery and,
With all different names.
well, you could do that too, get a bunch of them broken.
She suggested putting the
Creeping phlox.
headstones that had fallen down
Yeah.
on the wall. Betsy had suggested planting phlox or something like that up on there.
Yeah, I don't have a lot, I think you gotta water that stuff too.
That's right.
I mean, if
But you're right,
crabgrass
I've
won't
looked
even
at
grow
those.
on it, then there's no water there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the one in Mendon is the same way. I
Yeah.
looked at it when I go by. And, yeah, and there's one in Franklin. It's exactly the same. So
Yeah.
it's not just
But
us.
Franklin doesn't have any water. They keep building houses, they don't have any
Yeah,
water, they
right,
gotta buy
right.
water.
I know.
Frickin' mess.
Really?
And they won't let people collect water off your roof either.
Wow.
Because of the fire statement?
No, no, it's because of they want it all to go into the aquifer, I guess.
In the ground, yeah, yeah. Well, I thank you for coming.
No problem.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks
for not beating
me up.
We'll meet with you on
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
3 o'clock.
What date is it?
Yeah, what is the
ninth.
date?
The
It's
ninth.
the ninth.
Beautiful.
All right.
Okay,
See you
thank
then.
Because we've got a hysterical meeting also on the 9th.
See you later.
Thank you, good night.
Okay, so the other things on the agenda were things that Betsy had questions on,
Well, that's why I wanted to.
so they'll remain on the old business.
Yep.
We don't seem to have any new bills that we have to authorize.
No. No, we don't have any bills to pay.
Okay, so let's see. Received.
You gotta remember, we've got a meeting.
Yeah. And tomorrow I will bring it to the treasurer. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the accountant, I think.
The accountant. I don't think there's anything else, so. Unless something's come up between Friday and today that we feel we have to go over. Approved.
So you got your questions answered about the stump
Yeah,
removal?
yeah,
and
I was pretty sure I knew just what it was going to be, but I
Yeah.
figured I might as well
That's
make
right.
sure.
Yeah, while he was here.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so you wanna adjourn?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Good evening.